Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Jordan Berry. She's the owner of Caliente Therapy. And so what made a young entrepreneur like yourself want to get into this business, and particularly in the business with horses?
So growing up with the horses, it's always been my passion. I've always been like, I'm going to do something with horses, but I want to just keep furthering my education and working with them. I was like, I want to be my own boss. I'm still working for somebody, but it was really helpful to have my grandparents push me to be an entrepreneur. They have started their own business. They've been the first in a lot of things in Barron County. So I was like, well, I'm going to be the first one with my business in Barron County.
And, that's quite a feat. There's a lot that goes into, looking over your business plan. You put a lot of time and effort in doing the things that you need to do right up front.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about Caliente Therapy.
So Caliente Therapy is an all-inclusive equine rehab and fitness facility. So I have all these great amenities for these horses. So it's an all-inclusive program for these horses. You don't have to have a vet referral to come to my facility. So I have an underwater treadmill, which is called a Hudson Aqua Pacer Plus. It's a dual unit with a cold salt spa. So with the cold salt spa, they can get in there and really, really get to work. So they are not swimming. They are still on the ground. So it's just like a treadmill. Like you're getting on a treadmill, these horses are getting on a treadmill, but it has water in it. So water is 790 times more dense than air. So they're gonna have to work a lot harder in there to be able to build the muscle, get mobility in their shoulders and the swing in their hips and their back to be able to push through, and it's gonna make them a lot stronger. Okay. With the cold salt spa, it helps with inflammation. So it's gonna draw inflammation out of their lower limbs because it is really, really cold in there. It's like 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty cold. So it draws out inflammation because it has the Epsom salt in it as well. Then you go into my Respond PEMF equipment, which is pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. Sends a lot of just magnetic pulses through copper coils. And I have a neck piece, a blanket, leg wraps, stifle coils, you name it, I've got it, as well as a cold laser. So the same company makes a cold laser. These horses love it. It speeds healing, brings oxygenated blood to different spots in the horse. Horses love it. They get a really big relief and endorphin release out of that as well.
All right. Now those sound very technical. And
Yeah.
what type of training did you have to be able to do this?
So I actually went to Murray State University and I got my Bachelor's of Science degree in equine science. Then I went on to Guthrie, Oklahoma to Superior Therapy and got all of my certifications to become an equine rehab therapist and equine flexion therapist. And then I took another class to get my equine kinesiology taping therapist certification.
What clients come to bring their horse to the treadmill or to get the flexion therapy?
Anybody can come. So I have a lot of clients ranging from any type of gaited horse to the pasture pet to performance horses. I've had all kinds. I've even had mini ponies. I mean, we've even had the warm bloods come in, thoroughbreds, you name it, it's been in my barn.
And I know that you've had some injured horses actually come to your barn and you've rehabbed them.
Absolutely. So I recently have had my biggest case back home. So I lived in Guthrie, Oklahoma and worked for Superior Therapy for about 2 years. So at my first big case back home, this horse got his foot stuck in a gate. We are not for sure what happened, but it started on Christmas Day of last year. Got hung in the fence and basically his foot died. And so the hoof wall, everything sloughed off. Now, 3 months later, this horse's hoof is back to normal and he went from non-weight bearing to completely sound and is running through the field with his pals again.
Because a lot of times when an incident like that happens with a horse, it's not a great outcome.
No, everybody thought that, they were just gonna have to put the horse down, and it was just not a good sign. And I was like, no, let me fix it. Like, I got this, I can make it work. And I did. It was a lot of time. There was sometimes I was out there 3 times a day. So working on this horse, making sure that its wound was clean, making sure it had all the PEMF on it, the cold laser, had its foot packed. It was a lot of work, but it was so worth it in the end.
Absolutely. So how do people contact you if they have a horse or they have a situation or maybe they just have questions if you can help their horse?
Absolutely. So my phone number is 502-331-3309.
Okay.
And then you can also look on my Facebook. So it is Caliente Therapy LLC on Facebook.
Okay. Now where are you located?
I'm located on 710 Deering Road in Glasgow, Kentucky.
All right.
So right off 68 and 80.
But this is like one of the only facilities like this in South Central Kentucky.
Yes,
period,
absolutely,
Because
yes.
most people have to travel further distances for
Yes.
horse
A
rehab.
lot further, and you have to have a vet recommendation to get in there as well. So you have to have a referral to go to these places. With mine, you don't. Anybody can come to my facility.
All right. Well, Jordan, it's been a pleasure visiting with you. And if you have any questions, make sure to contact Jordan at Caliente Therapy. Thanks for watching and have a great day.